This is Wanted, a completely custom BO3 map set in the Midwest. The map has completely custom Easter egg, boss fight, and wonder weapons, which pretty much already makes it better than Vanguard. So today, we're gonna beat this map's main Easter egg and any other side Easter eggs. Then I'm gonna rate the map. I started this shit off by farming a few zombies for some points. I then spun this weird looking wheel which somehow turned on power. I then had to continue opening up the map until I found 2 different skeleton skulls. After that, I then put the 2 skeleton heads on these weird looking poles, which released a bunch of ghosts.
We like dick.
Placing the 2 skeleton skulls somehow spawned in this guy.
So why do good girls like bad guys?
But anyway, after I beat that werewolf, I then collected the key from the gravesite and used the key to open up this panel, which then required me to get 3 different numbers scattered across the map. I then put the numbers into the pad, which then opened up the barn. Inside, I then found the Doc from Back to the Future. He acted as if he was a child running from Diddy as he ran across the entire map and I tried stabbing him. After that finished, I decided it was time to build one of this map's many wonder weapons. Now, this map has both the Blunder Gat, the Magma Gat, and the Acid Gat. So I chose to build the Acid Gat over the Magma Gat, because I don't really fuck with the Magma Gat. First, I had to get the Blunder Gat from the mystery box. I then had to collect 2 more parts to craft up the Acid Gat kit. I then had to put the Blunder Gat into that kit, which then created the Acid Gat. I then had to wait until about round 12 for the first ghost round to start.
Why don't you come down here so I can fuck your cock, pretty boy?
After completing the round, I was given a key. I then used that key to open up the church. Inside there was this ominous looking portal. But before I went through that off-brand looking ass nether portal, I decided it was time for me to make another one of this map's many wonder weapons. I then proceeded to shoot this massive bell on top of the tower. I then had to shoot 5 distinct different clocks around the map. After that, I was given Zeroy's Annihilator, which is pretty much an off-brand version of Alistair's Annihilator from BO4 Dead of the Night. With my newly acquired wonder weapon, I finally decided to go through the portal, which took me to what seemed to be a Native American camp.
Yeah, this one'll do nicely.
Let her go.
At the campsite, I then collected this bow and arrow. I then also collected my favorite specialist, the Hell's Redeemer. I then returned to the main map, which is where I used my newly acquired bow to shoot at this flag. This caused a tribal pole to spawn in, which turned into a soul box. I then had to shoot another flag, which then spawned in another tribal pole, which I had to get even more kills to fill up this soul box. After that, I then had to go back through the off-brand nether portal, where I went back to the Indian campground and had to fill up another tribal pool with kills. And with that, it was time for the boss fight. I entered this blue circle, which caused everyone's favorite artist to spawn in, Leroy. The additional chromosome giant must have finally realized that we were using him on Buried and never actually gave a fuck about it. The man was moving like a prime all-star wide receiver, while being built like a 295-pound lineman. But with all the odds against me, I was finally able to beat Leroy, and with that I had officially beaten the map. I then went back to the barn and was able to escape on the car from Back to the Future and was given this sick-ass cutscene. With the map beaten, it's time to do the rankings. Here are the 3 categories. For Easter egg, the map gets a 3 out of 5, as it was good but could have been more fleshed out. Difficulty gets a 2 out of 5, as there is a plethora of wonder weapons and no mini bosses. For aesthetic/atmosphere, the map gets a 4 out of 5, as the map has a lot of attention to detail and really makes you feel like you're in the Wild West. I won't beg you, but please leave a like, subscribe, this shit took too long to make.